Hello, everyone. Welcome to my workshop, Patterns to Power. Today, we are going to learn how to break cycles, reclaim your voice, and step into your power. So, I'm your host, Christina Bulkfish. Welcome and thank you for being here. So, my reason for wanting to have this workshop is because so many times there are patterns running around in the background of our brains and our lives that are kind of just taking over and running the show for us. And so I have found in my own life, and hopefully in yours now too, that when we uncover our patterns, it's easier to move forward and go after what we truly want. And guys, life gets so much better when you start living it with passion, regardless of how that looks to you or anyone else. So let's get into it. We've got our introduction. What are patterns? Patterns are often deeply ingrained mental and emotional scripts or outdated records that dictate how we feel about the world around us. So it normally manifests in four major categories: relationship and self worth, inner dialogue and identity patterns, life and career patterns, and emotional and behavioral patterns. So we're going to go over 20 of them, 5 in each category. And these are just the most common. There are a ton of patterns that are out there running around in everybody's lives. So we're going to dive in and see some of the most popular ones today. So I'm going to go through it a little bit quickly, but don't worry, we will have time to go back to it. So if you want to pause the video now and go get a pad of paper and a pen or a pencil, you are more than welcome to do this. This will be self-paced, so pause it anytime you need it. All right. So first category, relationship and self-worth patterns. So number 1, choosing partners who don't value you. Number 2, overgiving and people-pleasing. Number 3, confusing attention with love. Number 4, attracting the same type of partner. And number 5, tolerating disrespect because I fear being alone. I know I've resonated with a bunch of those at different points in life, and if you are too, there is no shame in that. That's what you're here for the honest truth. So this works however truthful you are with yourself. So I want you to dive into this head on, and let's go to the next slide. And there's no judgments. All right, our second area, inner dialogue and identity patterns. So negative self-talk, like saying, I'm not good enough, self-doubting and second-guessing every decision. That can sometimes mean that it is hard for you to make a decision because you never trust yourself fully to know if you are making the correct decision. Number 8, holding on to guilt and shame from the past. Your past does not define you. It may be shaping you into the person you're becoming, but it does not define you. Number 9, defining myself by my old wounds. And number 10, hiding myself out of fear of rejection. I'm going a little bit fast, I know. We're going to go back to all 20 of them soon, so don't worry. Then we have life and career patterns. Settling for good enough instead of what lights me up. Overworking to prove my worth. Sabotaging opportunities when success feels scary. Avoiding risks to stay comfortable. Comfort feels good. Risks are scary. I know. And number 15, constantly comparing myself to others. I know you're probably thinking, wow, I've already got a lot of them and there's still one more slide to go. So let's see. All right, emotional and behavioral patterns. So numbing with distractions like food or scrolling, avoiding conflict to keep peace, clinging to familiar even when it hurts, recycling old stories. This is just who I am. And number 20, living on autopilot instead of living intentionally. So if you're like me, you've probably realized, okay, I do have a couple of those, maybe some of us more than others, and that is okay, because that's why you're here. You are here to put in the work and get better and keep going and be able to create that life that you truly want. So here are all 20 of them together. What I want you to do is take some time, pause the video as you need it, and take some time and write down any of the patterns that you think of that you have that could be on this list or not on this list, but take time and write down what you feel like keeps coming up in your life. And if it's negative self-talk, let's say, for example, write down all the ways that you do that to yourself, like by saying, I'm not good enough, or these are the cards I was dealt. Write down as much as you can think of, because the more detail you go, the easier it is to overcome these patterns. So again, pause the video now if you need to. All right, welcome back. So now that you are back, we are going to go a little bit deeper. So for all of those patterns that you just wrote down, I want you to answer these journal questions for each pattern. So journal question number 1, where do I see this pattern playing out? Number 2, what do I believe this pattern is protecting me from? For example, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being alone. Number 3, when did I first learn this pattern? Was it from childhood, past relationships, work culture? This helps us trace the root of it. And guys, it could have been going on a long time, and there's no problems with that. We are just here to recognize it. And number 4, what does this pattern cost me? Peace, love, opportunities, confidence. I want you to take the time now being really honest with yourself and writing everything that comes up for each pattern. Pause the video as you need, please. All right, welcome back. So if you've done that work, you now maybe realize that there are some things that came up, which are likely your limiting beliefs. So if you've never heard that term before, limiting beliefs are ingrained assumptions, things that you repeatedly tell yourself about yourself, others, the world that restricts you and your potential, and it hinders your progress towards goals. So some examples of that are, I'm not enough, I can't trust myself, love and happiness aren't for me, and I'm safer to stay where I am and comfortable. So again, pause the video and write it all down as everything comes up for you. All right, so now we are going to rewrite your story in 3 simple steps. So step 1, we're gonna identify any limiting beliefs. So that should be what we just did in the last exercise. Step 2, we are going to turn those beliefs into a power statement. And step 3, we're going to say it out loud and speak it into truth. And the way that we do that is by this. So turning limiting beliefs into our power statement. I'm going to do one as an example, and then I'm going to let you guys all do your own. So let's say I chose attracting the same type of partner. I'm going to say, I release the belief that I can't choose the right partner. I reclaim my power to choose the right partner. And I am choosing to trust myself. So I want you to do that for every one of those patterns that you found. Figure out a way to say, I release this, I reclaim my power to, and I am choosing to. Okay, so again, pause the video as needed. All right, welcome back. So our next step number 3, we are going to say it loud and say it proud. So I want you to go through each statement that you just made, and I want you to say it out loud. So like this: I release the belief that I can't choose the right partner. I reclaim my power to choose the right partner, and I am choosing to trust myself. Okay, so I want you guys to do that with all of yours. Say it out loud, no matter how silly it may feel, but putting that out into the world puts power behind it. So I really want you to fully embrace this challenge and just go for it. It may take you a long time. That's okay. There's no time limit. Okay, so pause the video as you go through all of your statements, and then we'll move on from there. All right, welcome back. You guys did great. And now we are going on to our next slide, our journal questions. And I promise you there aren't too many journal questions after this. All right, so journal question number 1. What does my future self know that I need to hear right now? So maybe you need to hear that it's okay to let go of the past mistakes. It's okay to let go of people that are taking your peace. Whatever you need to hear right now, write it down. And the other question: what's one action I can take this week that aligns with my new story? So if you are feeling full of power now and you're fully empowered to go after what you want, and that you can choose that right person, you can get what you want in your job, whatever it may be, I want you to write down the action that would support you going after that. All right, so again, pause the video and do that now. Okay, so now we have our action declaration. So why do we write things down? Statistics show that people who write things down accomplish their goals 42% more than the people that don't. So we're going to try it again. Today, I release the belief that I'm not good enough. I reclaim my power to choose, and I rise by taking continuous action without overthinking. All right, so write down any action declarations that you need now and pause the video as needed. All right, you did so great. We have one more final affirmation that I want you guys to say loud. So, I choose me. I reclaim my power and I rise into my new chapter. All right, say it again a little louder. I choose me. I reclaim my power and I rise into my chapter. Very good. All right, guys, we are wrapping up here. On the screen, I have my contact link. You can also scan it. If you benefited from this today and you would like to actually go a little bit deeper, I'm offering a free one-on-one call so you can see this is just a little portion of what I teach my clients. But if you actually got value from this, I would love to have a call with you. And it's completely free call, not pushy. Just let's see how we can get you to where you want to be, because your life is worth pursuing. You only get one, and it is so worth living with passion. So why not see if you can be the best version of you possible? So again, I'm your host, Christina Bolkovich. Thank you so much for joining me. Please feel free to follow me at Confidence Coach Christina on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And you can also find me at Christina Bolkovich on Facebook. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you benefited from this today. Have a great day. Bye.